Hello and welcome to Story Time with Game Kit Entertainment. Today I'm gonna be reading A Better View for Gordon. In this episode for Story Time with Game Kit Entertainment, this is gonna be a lot of tank engine stories. Alright, so please enjoy. Chapter 1. Toby and the Flood. It has been raining for weeks, very hard. Toby was feeling miserable. Everywhere was wet, wet, wet. His branch line runs through a village. The water in the river has risen with the rain. Only the great wall known as a river landing was stopping the water from overflowing. Percy arrived just as Toby was about to inspect the river landing for any damage. Driver tells me that it may be very dangerous, so up here. Please be careful, Toby, said Percy. I'll try, replied Toby bravely. Let me try this. I'll try, replied Toby bravely. Percy watched anxiously as Toby trundled away. His journey took him over a wooden bridge at the end of the village. The river surged dangerously beneath it. Harold the helicopter was inspecting the river landing as Toby arrived. Be brave, Toby, called his driver. We have to cross the other side. The river landing did not look safe at all. Toby was very worried. Soon he knew why. The river landing is breaking up. We must warn everyone. Toby shunted back as fast as his wheels would let him. Percy was anxiously waiting for Toby by the bridge. The river had risen so high that the bridge was in danger of collapsing. The river landing is breaking up. We must find high ground, shouted Toby's driver. Your only chance is to cross the bridge, called Percy. It doesn't look safe to me, wailed Toby. It is our only chance, said his driver. If the river landing breaks, we'll be done for. Toby was halfway across the bridge when disaster struck. Help! Called Toby. We'll follow him on our line. It meets the river further down. As Toby helplessly floated on the floodwaters, they passed a sign that made them shudder. Beware the waterfall! If we go over that waterfall, we're doomed! They saw Harold, who swooped low and shouted tremorously to them. We're going to drop a rope to you. Attach it to yourself quickly now. And they did to one of Toby's buffers. Just then Percy arrived. Harold flew over to him. Catch the rope and pull Toby to safely, he called. Toby was safe at last. When the floods were over and the river landing mended, the villagers had a big party for Toby, hosted by Sir Topham Hatt. You were brave, Toby. Thanks to Harold, I would never have been so brave, Toby. Oh, I'm sure you would be, but you never know. You've tried, Percy rather hoped he'd never have to. That's it for the first chapter. But saying try is like my dad has to remove out of the vocabulary, but I did that by say tried anyway. Anyways, this is the chapter that I really need. Chapter 2. A Better View for Me, Gordon. I was very grumpy. This was making James crossed. Why you complain all the time? Because I'm a big engine. A big blue engine. A big express engine, and I know everything. I shall complain whenever I want. You're just a small red engine with ideas above your station. I can't say anything, said Percy. Where are they? Any what? Ideas above the station. The sky is empty. Like your smoke box, Percy, laughed James. But I was still grumpy. One day, I'll show you just what a big engine can do. So what? Oh, an express engine really do? Not to speak silly, little green engines. For a start, I replied. Then I puffed away. Later, Sir Topham Hatt came to see me. Gordon, you will be making one stop today with an empty express to test our new station. You must make up the time afterwards. Why can't Henry do it? He likes idling in stations. You will do as are told. So Gordon did, but he was still so I did. Oh, that's me. I was the one that voiced me, Gordon. So Gordon did. Take two. So I did, but I was still unhappy and I grew sick too. I just can't get up to speed, I moaned. It's time for you to visit the works. Your pipes are clogged, said the fireman. At last they approached the station, the newest station. I was impressed, but my mood soon changed in front of me. In front of me was a blank wall and huge buffers. What a boring view. Important engines like me should have a panoramic view, where I can see the people can see me. And I wished angrily. I was happy when it was time to leave. Now you can really enjoy your run, as long as your pipes will let you, said my driver. Come on, I can go faster than this. I huffed. Sick me, never. But I began to feel more and more feeble, and soon I came to a complete stop. What happened? His driver and firemen expect him. Something's broken inside you, Gordon, said his fireman. Now you really have to go to the works. I was still fumming at James. Arrived to collect coaches. Well. So you know much for knowing about everything. You got too puffed up in your boiler, so it serves you right. When I returned from the works a few days later, I was boasting. I am the finest engine. I mean, let's take 3. When I returned from the works a few days later, I was still boasting. I'm the finest engine on Sodor. Probably the finest in the world. Come on, Gordon, we're going to open the official opening of the new station. Then there was trouble. As I approached the new station, neither the driver nor fireman can apply the brakes. Something has jammed. The driver reduced steam, but I was still going fast. Help me, please! Well, Gordon, said Sir Topham Hatt, I knew you wanted a panoramic view, but that's not the way to achieve it. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. When I was repaired again, I took Sir Topham Hatt to the new station for its second official opening. This time, he arrived safely. This time I arrived safely, and everyone clapped and cheered as he pulled in. Sir Topham Hatt spoke to him. Your panoramic view is here to stay. I trust you will always see through it from the safety of your own rails. I heartily agreed. That was it for a better view for me. Now on to the next chapter. Chapter 3. Busy going backwards. Toad the brake van was feeling sad. Everywhere he looked, he could see the engines and coaches moving steadily forwards. They looked confident and cheerful. One day, he decided to talk to Oliver, the Great Western Engine. But who's Oliver the Great Western Engine? He's the 11th engine. I'm always going backwards, Mr. Oliver. I have forward-thinking views. I could be a leader, if you know what I mean. You can't be a leader without a train to follow you. You don't have a train, I said. Toad felt sadder still. Oliver wanted to help. You are a very useful brake van. You're a very useful brake van, Toad. You help me brake, and you keep my freight cars in order. When we go down hills, I know, Mr. Oliver, but it would be so exciting to go forwards for a change. Instead, I always see things sliding away from me. The freight cars were cross with Toad. Who is he complaining? He's lucky to be able to look after us. Let's teach him a lesson. The freight cars decided Wait, that was the other freight cars. It's just a... Note that's just a story. Not an episode in the Game Kids siblings. It's just me reading this story, so pay close attention, viewers. The freight cars decided to carry out their plans when they reached Gordon's Hill. The freight cars decided to carry out their plans when they reached my hill. When they were nearly at the top, they played their tricks. Ready, steady, go! They jerked at the coupling, which broke. We're making you wish come true, Toad. Follow the leader, yelled the evil freight cars, which Diesel just mind-controlled them. Toad was in a state of shock, so he didn't know what to think, and he could ask the conductor. He had jumped clear. Faster! Faster! As fast as you want! Screamed the troublesome trucks. I did that troublesome trucks impression. Suddenly, Toad found it fun, but the fun was soon over. A crossing laid ahead and the gates were closed. Toad couldn't stop. Worse still, Toad now realized he was on the wrong track. Then, there ahead was me. The signalman changed the points just in time. Suddenly, he saw James pulling a long train. Oh my goodness! Help! Save me! A quick thinking Shunter did, and just in time. What was that? Exclaimed James. The signalman warned the station master at the next station. There's a runaway coming! We'll send him help into sidings. Help! Help! Called Toad again. Toad saw some buffers. Those'll stop me. But the points to the buffer weren't set. Oh no! I'm back on the main line. Meanwhile, Oliver was racing to the rescue. I must catch Toad. I must. Toad sped past Henry. More danger lay ahead. Men were working on the bridge, but they haven't been warned about the runaway. Toad and his freight cars. They diverted him onto old siblings. I mean, not like that. Let me just pronounce it this way. So watch closely, viewers. They diverted him onto the old sidings, straight to a muddy pool. Stopped at last! Oliver arrived and saw Toad. He could only smile. The pond as only place for a toad, I suppose. That night, Toad spoke to Oliver. I'm sorry, Mr. Oliver, if I caused you any embarrassment. That's all right, Toad. So what you think of going forwards? It was fun, decided Toad. But from now on, I'll be happy to look forward to the future. Busy going backwards, so to speak. And that was the final chapter. The end. The end, everyone. The end. That's it for this story. I hope you'll like A Better View for Gordon, which is kind of like based off of the television series created. This book is based off of the Railway series by Wilbur W. Awdry and the television series created by Bertolt Croft, which sadly these two passed away because, you know, they were great Thomas the Tank Engine things. And it's retold by me, Game Kid Entertainment. Anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, click the bells for notifications, and I hope you love my greatest book ever. A better view for me, Gordon, because, see here, I'm the main character. I am the main character of this episode. And I was near Sir Topham Hatt. I hope you love this story, guys. We'll go back to more of the main stories that I would get after this break. Thank you. Thank you all for helping me read this story. Thank you.